In this video, we're going to look at doing LDA and Gensim. So Gensim makes LDA real easy. Let's see the code. LDA and Gensim, here's some documentation. Got the link to it. A big part of LDA is cleaning up your text because you're doing LDA on terms, and so you want those terms to be as meaningful as possible. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tokenize, and we're going to use Spacy for this. And we're going to do some interesting things. We're going to use Spacy's URL, so token like URL. We're just going to replace it with the string URL. And we're going to be looking at tweets. So we want to filter out screen name. So if it starts with this ampersand, then we're going to just write screen name, and we're also going to take the lowercase of everything. And so here in the next box, we see that username Bob said the chicken was at the junkyard. See www.com. So what we can do, and we tokenize that, we get screen name said chicken was at the junkyard, see URL. That's a little more reasonable for text processing, but we want to do more. We're going to do something called lemmatization. So the lemma of a word is like the dictionary entry for a word. So if you have ran, the dictionary entry might be run. So there's a couple ways of doing this. One is morphe in NLTK. We use the NLTK WordNet, and we just say get the morphological version of the word and return it. There's also a WordNet lemmatizer. We can call that directly, but I find that the morph works a little better. Let's run that. So we have an example here for dogs, ran, and discouraged. We're going to try just showing the word, showing the get lemma the first way I showed you with morphe, and showing the get lemma 2 with the WordNet lemmatizer. You can pick which one you like. So dogs gets mapped to dog in either way. Ran gets mapped to run in the first way and stays ran in the second. And then discourage gets mapped to discourage, but stays discouraged in the lemmatizer. Another thing we're going to want to do is filter out stop words like the, and, words that don't have a lot of content, because we don't want those words to show up in our topics because they're not going to give us a lot of information. So we're going to use NLTK here. So now we're ready to find our function that prepares text for LDA. So we take some text in, and then we tokenize it. So tokens is a list of tokens. And then we use list comprehension. So we say token for token in tokens if ling token greater than 4. So what this says is create a list of all tokens whose length is greater than 4. The idea behind this is longer words are going to be more informative in our topics. The second thing does something pretty similar. It just says if it's in the stop word list, filter it out. And then the third thing is, or the fourth thing, depending on how you count, the get lemma for each word, it'll turn ran into run for token and tokens. Although the particular example of ran will already be filtered out because it's not longer than 4, but you get the idea. Let's run this. Now we have a sentence. I enjoy going to restaurants to eat hamburgers. And what we're going to get out of this is enjoy going restaurant hamburger. So you get the gist, and it throws away a lot of the other fluff here. What we're going to do now is actually get ready to get to data. I have downloaded my tweets and included them in your course materials. Jonathan Mugen tweets. You can use mine, make life easy, or you can go get your own. You probably know how to do this, but if you don't, I'll show you. If you have a Twitter account, you go here, you click on your face, go to settings, go down to request your archive. They'll send you an email when it's ready. You get a URL, you can download it. It comes down as, I think, a CSV, and then you can extract a column with your actual text. And then make it a plain text file, and then you can just open it up and read it line by line. And for each line, you prepare your text for LDA, and then you add it to your text data, which is just a list. Here I have if random greater than 0.95, show it, so you can get a sense of kind of how your data is getting converted. Recently attended wedding, recently watched Transcendence. First thing we're going to do is we're going to create a dictionary from this data. So we're going to pass our text data in the Gensim dictionary maker. We get the warning about the lemmatization through pattern. We're not using pattern, but if you get tired of that, you can just go ahead and install pattern. We're going to create each document using that dictionary into a bag of words. And we're going to go ahead and save these things because in another video, we're going to use these to visualize LDA. So now we're ready to run. So we're going to pick a number of topics, 5. We're going to have it run for 15 passes. The more passes you have it run, the better it does, but it takes longer. So what we're doing is having LDA find 5 topics in the data. Print out the topics. First one is remember, could, amaze, funny, people, seem, think, funny, people, funny, dream, would, want, watch, child, coffee, people, going. So generally with LDA, you're having different documents with different topics. The advantage of using your tweets is it's funny. The disadvantage is it's all one person talking about things that interest that person, so there's going to be less discrimination. We've got our topics. We can then take a new thing, like a new document. I watch movies, prepare it for LDA, make the dictionary, and then we can print out this output. Since this one's about watch movies, and we've got watch up here on topic 3, it thinks it's mostly topic 3. So we have topic 3.72. Recall all these numbers are going to sum to 1. So topic 0 is 0.6, topic 1.6, topic 2.6, topic 4.6. So it thinks it's mostly topic 3, which is evidently my topic of watching movies. I tweet a lot about the movies I watch. So you can also run this at different resolutions, so to speak. So in this case, we have 3 topics. We can run it with 3. We're going to go ahead and save the model. We're going to do this each time because, like I said, we're going to visualize in another video. So topic 0 is dream, never, could. Topic 1, always going, coffee. I tweet a lot about coffee. And topic 2 is the movie topic. We can also look at 10 topics. So in this case, topic 3 again is the movie topic, where I tweet about movies and all the other stuff I tweet about. So the downside of using your tweets is it's one person. You tend to kind of tweet about similar stuff, or at least I do. But your exercise is to run LDA in the newsgroup data. So the newsgroup data has the advantage of we know there are 20 different topics. So when you run it, you can run it with 20 topics. And here's how to get to data. You can set the number of topics ahead of time, and you're going to get very distinct topics. Now, the advantage of the exercise we did here with the tweets is it's personal, and so it'll mean something to you when you run it on your own tweets. But in any case, we have LDA, and we know how to run it. It's nice and easy, and you're ready to go.